Hey guys, I'm Eric Keach. I'm here with Matt Donohoe, and we are here to talk a little bit about Russell Piercy and the training and the amazing results that Matt has seen. And he's been there for about 18 months at the time of recording this. And we're going to share a story, kind of where he was, kind of the process he's gone through to where he is now. So Matt, what I want to do is I want to dive back to the beginning, and I want us to kind of find out where you were before you got started, how you were feeling physically and emotionally.
Yeah, sure. So rolling back about 18 months, I was in I'd probably say a pretty poor place physically. Just in my youth, I'd been quite active, playing lots of different sports and predominantly rugby, and so I had a good level of fitness and stamina, and played for quite a long time until my mid-20s, and then started a full-time career. The regular exercise started to fall away, and I found myself needing something, a new challenge, and was talking to some friends. They asked me if I'd heard of certain types of workout before, like kettlebell and high intensity HIIT training, which I hadn't at the time. So they recommended Russell to me.
Okay, was there a certain point or something that was going on that said, I think I really need to kind of maybe change a few things?
Yeah, at the time I just had, I'm not a particularly old guy in my own estimations, I'm just 35, but I'd had a bit of a scare just in terms of health at the time, and where after an ECG, the doctor said there was something strange going on with the rhythm of my heart at the time, and so he said that it's probably a good time to kind of kick off the exercise again. As it turned out, it was nothing, but at the same time, it just really helped me to kickstart and refocus on what was important in my life, and obviously having a healthy life and a decent balance between work life was an important one.
Okay, so you had that little bit of a scare, and then you started looking around. You said friends recommended Russell to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking for someone that could understand what I was trying to achieve, and I think there's a lot of trainers out there who understand the concept of fitness, of health, and of that alignment of kind of body and mind, but don't always understand exactly what the best way is to connect with their client, and also how to get the best results for them. So I tried a couple of different people, and I found that Russell was the best one for me.
Okay, and what were you trying to achieve? Like, did you have some goals going into it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the first goals for me was just to lose some weight, increase stamina and general health and well-being, and just in terms of fitness levels, and then ultimately look at what I could take on as potentially a sport or a regular activity that I could do in the future. And that was kind of an initial stepping goal to allow me to do that.
Okay, and you said that you tried, a couple other people and things just obviously didn't work out, and you come across Russell. Walk me through maybe like that first session or two, kind of like what was going through your mind and how you were feeling physically.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the first contact with Russell was a phone call. So I gave him a call, left a message. He called me back pretty quickly, and basically had a good conversation with him. He and said, ran him through my personal goals, just in terms of increasing my activity levels, looking for something that was relatively tailored in terms of me and how I wanted to achieve those goals, and ultimately arrange an initial meeting. So Russell offers an initial session for half an hour, just to get to know you, understand your fitness level, and talk one-to-one and discuss those goals. And so the first session, I just found him to be a really approachable, easygoing guy over the phone initially, and then that just continued into the session as well. So we quite quickly struck up a bit of a rapport, and I thought, yeah, this is a guy who's got the knowledge and expertise, just through going through that session with him and some of the pieces of information that he was giving to me, and then ultimately just in terms of his personality as well.
Were you nervous going into it?
I think, yeah, absolutely. When you've been out for a while in terms of not exercising on a regular basis, there's a little bit of pride that creeps in, so you don't want to turn up and be the one that can't do a full press up and stuff like that. So, but Russell took away all of those anxieties, and it wasn't an issue at all. Really, as I say, really a friendly, approachable guy, and it was clear that you had a full range of clients in terms of those guys that were getting back to exercise for the first time in a while, or were of a significant age, so they were later in their lives, and we're looking for a regular fitness plan just to keep them ticking over and healthy, right the way down to pretty uber fit guys who are looking to compete in terms of kettlebell training. So he had a real balanced portfolio of clients, which I think helps him adapt his sessions to each one.
So this training, obviously, it was good for you, but it's also good for anybody else who's kind of looking for a broad range of things and to really kind of change their lives.
I think that's the thing. I kind of went into it pretty open-minded at the time, And the person I know who'd been training with him for a while, she tried a number of different exercises and different sessions with Russell. And I think that's the real benefit of him. He does have kind of a number of different routines in his kit bag, if you like, as well as techniques and disciplines. And so he uses a good combination of those to get the best results for you.
You know, what's like, you know, he's got the different combinations. So what's the atmosphere like? There's a lot of different types of people there, but what's the atmosphere like training there?
Yeah, there's a real blend. I mean, one of the things that Russell does is he runs group sessions as well as individual personal training sessions. And so you get a real mixed bag of people. You'll get kids, and I mean literally kids are sort of 12 to sort of 16 in terms of their early teens. You know, those guys will turn up for a kettlebell session with their little 6 or 8 kilo bells, and they'll go right along with the adults through the whole 45-minute session. And then, yeah, again, you've got kind of a full age range there with, as I say, you've got the 12 to sort of 50, 60-year-olds who are working out at the same time. And so such a friendly bunch, crazily friendly bunch, which I was kind of surprised at. There's normally a lot of that bravado, as in, hey, look what I'm lifting and all that sort of stuff that you can get in the gym. But these guys were always really down to earth, and he definitely seems to attract a very specific type of person that's just there to enjoy it, but at the same time achieve the results.
Would you say it's kind of like a small family?
Yeah, I think so. Russell definitely he doesn't hold back in terms of helping you to progress, but at the same time it means that he's open to sharing, and generally people share their experiences as a family would. They also help to kind of push you along. There's none of that someone standing by the sidelines and watching you and you're feeling a little bit self-conscious because people are normally standing there rooting for you, going, come on, you can lift that, or, you know, just one more press up, or just one more shuttle run. And, you know, those group sessions as well as the PT sessions all have that feel to it.
Right. Okay. Now, you mentioned before that you tried other people and things like that. What was it about Russell in this place that kind of made it different, stand out compared to the other places?
Yeah, I think the difference with Russell is the fact that he wants to get to know you. And so whereas sometimes it can take a while with a trainer to really understand what your goals and achievements are, how to push you along, to maximise your time with them to achieve the results you're looking for, Russell does that in a very simple but at the same time very receptive manner. And so he quickly picks up on your cues and how to push you along, get the best view, but not push you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable or over exaggerates the performance that you should be delivering at that point in time. And so you play off that builds confidence in you, and suddenly you're thinking, yeah, this guy gets me, he knows how to achieve what we're looking for. And whereas a lot of the guys, they'll be like, right, perform this move now, and you're thinking, I physically can't, or I physically am not ready to do that right now. And I think he is just very good at pitching the exercise at exactly where you are. Whereas I think a lot of people might pitch it a couple of levels above just in the hope that you're excelled at that point. He seems to hit it every single time.
Gotcha. Okay, now let's talk about the fun stuff. Let's talk about the results that you've seen. So dive into that. Tell me, physically, emotionally, the types of results you've seen while training there.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of the actual results themselves, I've lost about 2 stone, so I run about 28 pounds in weight since joining Russell, and just huge amounts of muscle and definition that's come along with that. At the same time, I've lost about 5% body fat over that course of that time as well, so some real decent and tangible achievements. I managed to run my first 5k earlier this week, and so just in terms of stamina and those sorts of things, they're tangible as well. So they're results that make you feel good, help increase your confidence, feel happier in life. And I know that sounds like one of those terms that everyone says, hey, I'm happier with life now than I was yesterday. But it's amazing the confidence that it gives you once you think, yeah, do you know what, I'm getting back to the way that I was before, and that feels really good.
Have you noticed any changes also in terms of maybe energy levels and things like that as you've gone along?
Well, I think one of the things that Russell does, which is, I wouldn't say unique, but definitely something that's being pitched more and more in the health industry, is he tends to team a good dietary level with a good balance of exercise as well, and the importance of fueling your body in the right way. And I have to say, since moving over to understand food in the way in which Russell coaches you to, you do feel like you have more energy. So you get the balance of the exercise, you get the release of endorphins, but at the same time you've got the right fuel going into your body, so you feel more awake, more alert, feel like I'm achieving more in my day-to-day life. So generally, just feeling really good.
Okay. At all the results, things that you've seen, what's the thing that you like the most?
I think it's the superficial things a lot of the time. So you like to look in the mirror and think, yeah, do you know what? We're looking a little bit better today than we were yesterday, and those sorts of things. But I definitely think just the general feel, the health and wealth and happiness, if you like, all of those factors tie in. And I think it's just that general feeling of being able to snap, get up in the morning, none of the lethargy that existed before, power it right the way through the day, look forward to a good session in the evening with Russell, and then get home and feel good about yourself and another day and good things that you've achieved.
Would you say that this has changed your life?
I definitely think it is a significant factor of making me feel a lot happier today than I was a year and a half ago. So I would absolutely say that, and I think it's easy to underestimate these things, and sometimes it's easy to let them go for quite some time. So I think you've always just got to think, do you know what, this is one thing I'm not going to put off until tomorrow. I'm going to go and try it out today and see how I get on.
Okay. All right. Now, what I want to do, I want to shift gears. I want to talk a little bit about who Russell is as a person. He's a great trainer, obviously. He's gotten you amazing results, helped to change your life. Give me a few words or phrases that describe the type of person that Russell is.
I think Russell, words and phrases. So I'm 6'5", and Russell's probably a shade over 5'5", sort of 5'6". So he literally is the definition of a bit of a pocket rocket. He's full of energy, power, and although he looks like quite a small guy, he is absolutely rocking it. Just in terms of as his effort and energy, and I think that's something you just can't underestimate. Some of the guys in the gym or other trainers, you can see they've got the energy levels, but it's about them kind of shouting you along, whatever it happens to be. With Russell, it's kind of inbuilt within him. He's like this little power pack that just snaps off and off he goes, powering along. So he's a good guy. I think one of the other things about him is he's just got a great sense of humour. He's very down to earth and realistic, and so he's not there kind of eye in the sky thinking, right, where can we get to today? He's thinking in plain simple terms, and he's just a real one of those people that you just want to be around a lot of the time.
Is he a caring guy? Does he seem like he cares about everybody?
It depends in your definition of caring, but he likes to have a joke with you and a giggle and things like that, and so you definitely get that perception of him that he's he wants you up, he wants you happy, he's got a passion about delivering results for you, and with that definitely comes an element of caring. It has to.
Gotcha. Okay, and I just have a couple more questions for you. So, let's say people are watching this, they hear your story, they're inspired, they're motivated, and maybe think about start training or getting in shape, and they're thinking about training with Russell, but they're on the fence. What would you want to say to somebody who's on the fence?
I think for anyone that was on the fence, I think the important thing is you come this far. You already had that consideration. The worst thing you could do now is to walk away and not give Russell a chance. And I think it would be a mistake for both you and for him, because I think it's one of those situations where you've got an opportunity to really change things for yourself. He is the sort of person that can help you deliver on the results that you're probably looking for. And irrespective of your age, creed or colour, he's the sort of person that can help you.
Okay, and then the last question I have is, let's say you were never going to be able to see Russell or talk to him again. Let's say this would be the last time, right? You couldn't email him, text him, or anything. This would be the last time only. Knowing it's the last time, what would you want to say to him?
I'd just like to say to Russ, I'm so glad that opportunity came along, and that we were able to work together over the last 18 months. Devastated, not sure I'll find a replacement, but we'll have to start the hunt. But at the same time, thank you ever so much for everything that you've done for me and really helped me over that period of time. I think it's just incredible. It feels to me an incredible achievement over that period, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it alone.
All right. Well, Matt, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story, the results, and your whole experience. And I want to wish you the best of luck with everything moving forward.
Thanks very much, Eric. Cheers.
All right. Take care.